Alrighty, hello everybody, welcome back. So today I want to talk about the brand new Toon of the Week. I don't see a lot of people covering it yet, but I want to go ahead and cover it for you guys, so that way you guys have something to look forward to, so that way you know what's going on, break down everything that we know, and yeah, pretty much how we're going to go from here. Just recently, there was an announcement in the Discord. This Friday at 3 p.m. Eastern Time, we will release Tisha's Toon of the Week along with a few small adjustments and bug fixes. That's a pretty standard message, seen the same type of things in the past for when we were doing other Toons of the Week. They also did the Roblox event page, which I'm sure a lot of you have seen by now. Same description as always. Celebrate Tisha all week with Toon and Twisted gameplay changes, quests, and rewards. Now they are also adding hop back into matchmaking with one click when spectating the game. If you don't know what this is, basically it means if you go into a run, I'll demonstrate it here. If you go into a run and you go to join matchmaking and your team dies for whatever reason, you'll just be able to click rejoin or like join matchmaking again, and it'll put you straight back in the lobby, so you don't have to go back to the main lobby just to start another game. So great gameplay change there. Now what do I think we should expect as to rewards, changes, quests, and stuff? I did a short earlier this week where I talked about the quests and rewards that I was pretty confident that we would get. Something similar to all the other things. You can go look at that short. I'll leave a link to that in the description. You don't have to watch it. I'm gonna cover the same thing here, but it is a quick way to see all that information that I'm about to say. So for the quests that we need to do, for both Sprout and Finn, the first quest has always been to encounter them 3 times. So we can hopefully assume that that'll be the same thing again. So you'll have to find Tisha 3 times in one of your runs. The second thing, for Sprout, it was you needed to play with Sprout or in a run with Sprout. And for Finn, it was just you need to play as Finn. So you needed to have Finn. So if you don't already have Tisha, I would recommend getting Tisha just in case this time you have to play as Tisha. I'm sure a lot of you have Tisha. This is a very common Toon. This game's been out for like 2.5 years now. For the last quest, it's been something regarding their trinket. For Sprouts, it was you needed to activate it at floor 10 or higher. For Finn's, you needed to use the fishing rod trinket. You had to complete 10 machines in a run with the fishing rod trinket. The thing about this is, so when Finn's update came out last, they reworked his trinket and made it better. In my opinion, it's way better than what it was before. So we could see something like that for Tisha's trinket, because Feather Duster as it stands, it's not bad, but nobody's using it, right? So their goal, in my mind, is they want to make every single trinket have some sort of ground, and that way anybody can use it. It serves a purpose. I mean, they made the trinkets for a reason. Their goal, they're going to want somebody to use this trinket. Like, and I think they want to do that with all of them at the end of the day. So the way I see it, we could either see a change to the Feather Duster trinket tomorrow, or they just leave it as it is, and you're gonna have to like pick up items or something with the Feather Duster trinket in order to complete the quest. So I think that'll be all 3 of the quests. Nothing is set in stone, of course. I don't know this. There's not a lot of information surrounding this event. This is purely speculation. There's a pretty good chance that the quests are going to be something like this anyways, because we've done this for the past 2 events, and the past 2 events were very similar, so I don't see why they would completely change it up. As for the rewards, I think we can all assume it's going to be the same kind of stuff. We're going to see a sticker for Golden Tisha, we're going to see a Tisha fan, and you're going to get that Golden Tisha skin. Now, what they look like, no idea. People have made suggestions, they've made art and stuff, but probably it'll be just like maybe like a golden dress, maybe be like a yellow tissue box. They've done a crown on both Sprout and Finn, so it'll be interesting to see if they put a crown on Tisha as well. Don't know why not, but you know, you never know. Maybe they feel on something different. Another thing I want to touch on is how they're going to rework the game. They always talk about how there's going to be some adjustments. In the Discord, they talk about it being adjustments. However, on the event page on Roblox, they talk about how there's going to be Toon and Twisted gameplay changes. So there could be a bunch of different things. Tisha, as it is right now, her only quirk as a Twisted is that she will occasionally brush the floor and stand in place, which kind of makes her like a sentry, to where like she can scope out things around her, so that way you can't walk past a certain area without getting targeted. So it'll be interesting to see if they actually change her Twisted at all, because with Finn, our last Toon of the Week, they completely changed his Twisted and his trinket. So if we could see a change in either one of those for Tisha, it wouldn't surprise me. Tisha has not really been touched that much since she came out. So I was talking with some of my members in the Discord server, which, by the way, link in the description if you want to join. So in my Discord, I was talking with some of my members about what these changes could be. One of the things that we kind of came up with at the end was that, so similar to Finn, where Finn will now drop ichor puddles on the ground, regardless of it being ichor leak or not, Tisha could potentially have some sort of water spill where it could make you slippery. Or something with the dust, like something with, she always dusts the ground with her Feather Duster. Maybe when she dusts the ground, it's this sort of infected area. Don't know what it's going to be. This is all speculation, of course. There's no way to set in stone. but they changed the other two Twisted so far. When they did Sprout as the first one, they didn't really change him a lot, but what they did do is they changed his AI, so they could do the same thing with Tisha. They could just pull a Sprout and be like, well, we're not going to do a whole lot, we're just going to let it be, you know, just how it is. With the way they did it for Finn, it wouldn't surprise me if they did a rework and an overhaul of Tisha, because it would be very beneficial and it would give her a bit more character. Sprout was already a main with already good features and quirks, so they didn't really need to do a whole lot. But Finn was just, he just slowed you down when you completed a machine. So it was annoying. So I think what they did is they kind of nerfed Finn's Twisted. They still made him good with the added like Iker puddles and then Barnaby latching onto you. But it'd be really interesting to see what they do with Tisha for this upcoming update. So yeah, that's just about it. There's not too much more to talk about with this update. We'll just have to wait till tomorrow, see what comes out, see what things we're going to experience. Make sure to subscribe, and I will catch you all in the next one. Later!